Ray, aka Real. I'll let you finish it. That's right. Deal Ray. And have a quick full moon read for y'all. Quick full moon energy read. Uh, maybe I will let this. Well, if you're seeing this in rerun, ritual update. It's February 27th. About I don't know what time. What time is it?
6:54.
6:54. So the ritual will be taking place later tonight, so you don't have to worry about missing it. This whole get down for this ritual is totally different. And we've actually been pretty good on keeping up on a lot of things, so we're not. Kamira Davis, how you doing? Adela Mackey. So yeah, just in case you guys didn't hear this, if you're in it, Adela, I know you are. Latoya, what's going on, fam? Ritual will be taking place later on this evening. There's no need to worry about missing it. Nothing about this ritual is typical, if you will. What the fuck? I keep hitting something. It's typical. You know what I'm saying? So everything we're still doing some preparation stuff, and this is it's going to be just fun. And when you get it, it's only the beginning. And then when your entity gets to you, that's when the fun begins. So there's still actually even a little bit of time. We decided to leave the doors open just a little couple more hours. Picasso's mistress, Jill Washington, what's up? Alicia, what's happening? Talk to me. Tell me something good. Claudine Cox. Hello. Bonjour. Claudine. Je t'adore. Right? I don't know. How's my French? But so I thought I'd come on and just do a full moon read for y'all. A full moon energy read. It's full moon in Virgo this month. The implications of that, you can look that shit up. But what the energy might mean for you if this resonates for you, that's what I'm about. So we're about to get into that in just a second. But since it's alive, I guess I'll let a couple more folks in. 10 in here. Only 4 have Licky on the like. I have an amazing view of the moon right now. That's what's up. See, charge your crystals right now. Thank you, KD. Appreciate that. Charge your crystals. You know what I'm saying? Get everything. Make some full moon crystal water if you want to. I have some from one of the big Mama Jamma full moons a couple months ago. It was right around the time of the Santissimo ritual. So I keep charging that, over and over and over again. Moon water, you know. So how's everybody doing today? Happy Saturday. I hope y'all are relaxing, chilling, maxing, relaxing. And this reading is actually going to be brought to y'all by, J-Lo. I wanted to thank J-Lo, our resident J-Lo. She gifted me with some decks of cards, and we're going to be using one for this actual reading. And this is the Carnival Dead Eyes by Bicycle. All right, so this is what the back looks like. And then you can see some of the artwork, okay? But without further ado, let's get in on this full moon energy, shall we? All right. So why don't everybody here just gather to the front? All right, make your way to the front, nice and safe. Astrid, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. All right, so everybody, you could just put your energy into this deck of cards. If a message happens to come through by way of this general full moon reading, then great. If not, that's great too, That's the way I look at it. So go ahead and just woo-saws out your motherfucking hoo-saws. Hoo-haws, I mean. And go ahead and just put it all. And when you're ready, I'm ready. All right? I'll give it a couple shuffles into show us what we need to know. Bring forth whatever energy or whatever messages need to come forth for this full moon read, this brief full moon read. Bring forth whatever messages need to come through with this full moon energy. Bring forth whatever messages need to come through with this full moon energy for whoever needs to hear it. All right. And I think we're going to do 5 for this one. Interesting. Well, as it's not a surprise, there's a lot of diamonds here. And diamonds in my system, or for me, represent earth, but also manifestation, crystallization of things, you know. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is just show y'all the cards that I have. And they're actually very good cards for this full moon. I'm very surprised, you know, especially being a Virgo full moon, you know. I'm very, very surprised. All right, so are you ready? Are you really ready for this? Okay. What I finally move in. There you go. I think you was asking about a move or something, huh? Picasso, I mean, a while back. I don't know. Anyways, here we go. 4 of spades. 3 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds. And finally, the ace of clubs. Well, congratulations, Picasso's mistress, Tarot. We appreciate you, and we are so happy for you. Congratulations on your move. You be sure to christen that new place, okay? You get what I'm saying? All right. So, I'm just going to start at the beginning with what I get from each one of these briefly. Like I said, this ain't going to be too long. We have still a lot to do. So, we have the 4 of diamonds. 4 of spades. For some of you, this is going to mean a balance, a stabilization of work. Maybe you never didn't have work. Maybe it was really shoddy or dodgy and it was just kind of all over the place. No. From here on out, it's going to start to stabilize for you. Even if that might mean no stabilizing in the sense of like, okay, I got cut down to like almost 0 hours last week. This week's only 20, you know, and blah, blah, blah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? At least you'll have something to stand on, you know? You'll need something to stand on. All right? It's like a foundation. Okay? But for some of you too, and actually the ones who I just mentioned, this might be for you as well. Maybe this is a sign because for some of you, your job has become like a soul-eating, soul-stealing prison. And though logically you can look at your situation and be like, I truly need this, your higher faculties would beg to differ. And they're basically trying to give you the, like, you already have the key. You can open up your cell and leave anytime you want, but it's up to you to do so. And this is going to be the time and this energy being ushered in with this full moon. Hallelujah. Because these bags, these entities, it's about the entity, not about the bag. But in the ritual that we got right now, we welcome this full moon energy. So, because we want to be able to help free some of y'all from some of you, your prisons, okay? Nothing about it is actually intrinsically or empirically true. Anything that kind of keeps you stuck in this prison-like job is basically coming from you. It's coming from your assumptions. It's coming from you looking in the future, but looking in the past and basically judging your future by your past. Okay, that's another form of a prison because all that does is just keep you in the cycle. It just keeps you in the cycle. You know what I'm saying? And of course, especially I feel like some of you Virgos have been having some, health issues. Whatever needs to be done, even if it's more on the mental level, maybe you be stressing out too much, which irritates inflames, weakens the body. Just changing that, stopping doing something can dramatically increase your health, besides just what you're doing. But I see also a stabilization in that. Okay. So, but some of y'all are going to be freed from this prison of this job. I'm not going to lie and say it's not going to be scary, especially based on the person that you were. You're moving out of that person and you're becoming somebody new even now. You know what I'm saying? Just like the caterpillar, before it becomes the butterfly, it reduces down to this slimy liquid, and then it starts to congeal again and form in the shape of a butterfly. So this is going to be that time, for you. So and with it does come rewards. Okay, it does come rewards. Now I want to just give a little bit of some advice, I guess you could say. But what I do see, though, for you, those of you who actually are able to trust me, listen, I know a lot of people, maybe you do too, who were trapped, self-imposed, a self-imposed in prison, based off of what they thought they needed, what they thought they had to do. And then once they started taking those steps, providence kicked in. You know what I'm saying? A way was made that could not even be seen from just even over here. But you have to put the one foot in front of the other as well. So I know plenty of, not, I won't say plenty, but I definitely know several people who can basically, if they could, turn their face around to kiss themselves, because that was one of the best decisions they ever made. They couldn't fathom what would happen if they would have stayed where they were miserable and where they were getting the life force just sucked out of them, and not in the way that you would prefer. Okay, so we also have the Three of Diamonds. This is the beginning, even this stage now where you're like thinking about putting your pinky toe into the water, which is going to lead to your whole foot, which is eventually going to lead to your whole body, and you're going to be swimming. But even that, YS Fox, what's up? Emna Samrani, now you're good. What's happening? So next we have a Three of Diamonds. So coming from this part, for those of you who are actually willing to, I can't necessarily speak for those who don't. You know, if you continue to stay where you're miserable, where you're getting your life force just sucked out of you, where it's just like, fuck, you know, eventually one of two things really basically is going to happen. Either something's going to bust with that job and you're just going to be out of a job, or something's going to happen with you. It could, more than likely, a lot of times it's health related. You get sick or an injury, something happens. So now you can't work. And even though you want to, there's still a whole lot of you that's like, hey, I'd rather bust my knee or some shit, cancel, clear that, than go to that fucking job. So one way or another, things are going to happen. My suggestion is why not be a little bit proactive with it? Take the wheel a little bit more, as opposed to taking the victim role and just letting things happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Make everything happen for you. But for those who are on this page of getting out of the prison, their own prison, I should say, you're going to start seeing incremental increases. Yeah, Wise Fox says either you walk or you'll get kicked out. That's a lot of, that's one, some way or another it's going to happen. You might as well remove yourself and take full responsibility for your well-being, for your abundance, for your happiness, so forth. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it be up to somebody else. Don't do that shit. Like I said, though, for those who are on that page, steady increase monetarily, as well as the way that you feel about yourself. Even if it may cost you some of the creature comforts that you're used to at first, it's more of a process of just delayed gratification. And I got kicked out. Best thing ever. See, I know another one. Her name's Astrid Frazier. But so where was I at? um, oh, but also this increase is also in the way that you view yourself. You're going to start to look at yourself like a somebody. You're going to start to look at yourself as like, you know what? I am the goddess or the god of my shit, you know? And you may have to kind of like grow into that mindset. That's all right. That's okay. Rome wasn't built in a day, and I don't expect anything, don't be afraid to just take your time. Let the process do what it's going to do. Just enjoy the ride, you know? Um, in addition with the incremental increases, and of course, like I said, also with you know what I'm saying, the way like you view yourself, the way you actually value yourself, you actually start giving a shit about you. You start validating yourself, even if it's just little by little. It still matters because you're always watching you know what I'm saying. So uh adversely though, for those who don't move, nothing but money worries ahead. Nothing but money. It's funny how trying to cling to be safe just increases the worry. you know? Watch out. So, other than that, too, there's other things that come along with this. You start being gifted things and being able to be a gift. What does that mean? This is breathing in, out, in, out. The money comes in, the money also comes out. It's called circulation, and it's needed. I was in the parking lot of a shopping store or grocery shopping place, and I was on the phone for a minute, and then once I got off the phone, I got out the car. There was these two guys out there with these buckets, and they had like the t-shirts on with the cross. They were from some like type of church, like a victory outreach church. And the first guy, when he had first approached me, he was talking about how he had been clean for 8 months and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, cool, but I didn't have any, or I didn't remember that I had some change, I would have gave it. And then when I got out, his other partner, they were both together. That's when I was like, yo, come here, I got some change. And of course, they're like, I had my Baphomet on and shit, and they're like kind of like looking at me, but you could tell like they probably got out of prison, got into some church program where they got to be fervent for the Lord, but I ain't knocking it, whatever. But I ended up giving them shit, and I told them giving is a prerequisite to receiving. So that's another thing that this card, that's all this is about. That's another thing that this card is talking about. A balancing out too. I mean, who can just keep breathing in without breathing out? You know what I'm saying? Who can breathe out and just out without breathing in at some point in time? You need both. So, and yes, it is. I mean, I have verified this, I have tested this. The more you give, the more you're going to receive. As long as you don't give to like this person and expect it from this person. I look at them, I look at people when they come and ask me for money, I'm like, it's your fucking lucky day, because I'm looking at them as a portal. I know that I'm circulating my currency, and it is absolutely guaranteed, unequivocally, 100% sure to return. There's no question about that. So while we're on that, change of status for you. You see how this all starts from what you stop doing, what you let go of? Even if it seems scary, maybe you're used to this hell that they call a prison, but you have the key to get out at any time. I can feel the self-sabotage trying to take over. Not going to happen. I'm locking the discipline down. Yeah, change of status. And this just sees, to me, I see you in the next coming weeks, if you could tap into this particular current of this Virgo full moon. And mind you, the Virgo full moon is not about super fast, crazy, fiery results. They're just not a fire sign. You know what I'm saying? They're just not a fire sign. However, they do have their strengths. Practicality does have its strengths. Some organization maybe, taking the time. Anything to me with Earth kind of represents a gradual type of growth. Obviously fire is a lot faster, but sometimes the faster it comes, the faster it can go. Not all the time. But with earth, you get a chance, this earth element, this earth energy, you get a chance to acclimate yourself along the way. One of the worst things that you can do is get too much at one time and not be ready for it. Your energy system, your beliefs, your unconscious mind are going to reject that shit. What am I saying? It means you're going to lose it. It's going to slip right through your fingers like water. You know what I'm saying? So this will ensure that you keep transforming into the person who has the shit, you know. Dorley Baptiste, peace. Imna, hey, you're in the right time, man. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So, once again, change in status. For some of you, not all of you, for some of you, this also represents a change in tax brackets. You know, you never know how many countless opportunities are going on that you could either take advantage of from your very own home through your laptop, or just not being relegated to this particular place which you fucking loathe called the job, you know. Um so there you go. Change in status. And to me this also feels like, of course, hey Yvonne, what's up? So this actually feels like you may not technically be rich by all standards, but I see some of you feeling that way. Just feeling abundant, feeling grateful for what you got, not stressing on shit. Good shit. And of course, this leads to the last card of this full moon energy read, the Ace of Clubs. So as you get to smelling yourself, you're going to have new ideas, new channels. To me, that's what new ideas are. They are channels. You are channeling this information. As to where it comes from, I don't know. One can debate it comes from the very depths of your soul. Okay, maybe so. Or the all in all that we're all connected to, whatever. I don't know. I just know they come from somewhere. And I know this ego mind of mine does not create anything. It is that mind that is connected to all that is. And all creation is already done. Everything that could be created in some shape, form, or way is already created. It's up to us to just channel it down into this particular dimension, whether that's through you, from you, however you want to look at it. There is something they want me to tell you about this card too. Being that we're talking about how this is a Virgo full moon, it's really important for some of you. Yes, no, this card is not reversed, but for some of you, and I think this goes along with the prison again, okay, but this is more or less talking about on the mentals. All right, they want me to give a kind of a stark warning about single-mindedness, okay, about being too stuck on something, too stuck on how something may have to happen. And trust me, I get it. I'm not like sitting up here apathetic when I say just don't worry about it. Citrine Stone, shout out. Because I know, like, naturally, your body's going to start freaking out to certain things, and it's going to be almost impossible for you to ignore. I get that. You have to just catch yourself in the middle of it. When it's real in the field and you catch yourself, that's when it counts most. Other than that, it's like planning for a fight, and then when you actually get in a fight and your adrenal glands or whatever, if you're not used to training under a stressful situation, or when your stressors are going to be at their highest, a lot of that shit's just going to fly out your fucking head. So they're telling me to say, just be careful about this. It's okay to have a form of the single-mindedness, meaning I'm focused. this is what I'm focused on right now. You know, over a period of time, this is what I'm focused on. Even, no matter what happens, I will always be brought back to this. This is my main focus right now. You know, that's okay. That's all right. Um, they're just kind of telling me something about rigidity, being too rigid, and being just too fixed. I noticed a lot of Virgos, speaking of Virgos, and I'm not trying to pick on Virgos, I'm just saying because it's a Virgo full moon. So they kind of use that imagery to give me this message to say, and the whole thing with like the Virgos that I do know at times, they can just get stuck in this this single-minded, like, what is it, hard-headed almost, like just, and very, very stubborn. Now that can be a superpower. My question to you would be, where would you be aiming your superpower? You know what I'm saying? You can aim your superpower at what your eyes may see. If your eyes and your ears are denying what you are truly manifesting, then in that case, use your stubbornness. But sometimes that stubbornness though will act like a shackle. That's my only point. Doesn't matter which. You're right. We are stubborn and hold on to. Yeah, I know about the grudge holding. So yeah, I get that part. But all I'm saying is just throughout this process and even after, the new ideas, the good channels, they're going to come even during this process. I think this is going to be a theme throughout. This may even come first before you leave this shit, before you leave this prison. So, yeah. See, all you Virgos are chiming in now because you already know. Like, I'm not full of shit. I'm being real. So, but it's not just the Virgo. It could be anybody. And it could be in any type of context. The perfectionist. Yeah, that's a good point too. That's another thing, that it has to be perfect. That's a fixed frame of mind. That's a fixed way of thinking. And, perfection really doesn't exist here. Everything is flawed in this three-dimensional realm. You know what I'm saying? You have to know. It's like the person who works on one song for 20 years and never puts it out versus the person who's like, yeah, they take their time, but they keep whooping shit out. They keep putting shit out. Who's going to be farther down the line? I totally get the perfectionist thing because I am a perfectionist also. You know, I've had to work on that a lot. I've had to work on being okay with something not being totally perfect, even though it just burns my britches. Okay. So, you know, we got Dorley Baptiste. Let me check some of the comments here real quick. We got Dorley Baptiste talking about Virgo Nation. Oh, Lord. Earth signs have to stay grounded a lot. True. Citrine Stone, what's going on? Tiana. Wise Fox, my Virgo rising sign is taking over. That was a very good point, Wise Fox. That was a very good point. And that totally reflects what we're talking about here. So yeah, and you know what I'm talking about. If with that perfectionist thing can definitely help. It's fine to want to give the most quality and value that you can to something. But there comes a point where you have to just fucking put it out. You can get it better the next time or make improvements or make adjustments. But if it's kind of what it ends up coming down to is paralysis by analysis, another form of that, where you're just stuck in here, constantly thinking, and not doing nothing. And then nothing happens. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So let me go down here. LifeWorks NDH Enterprises. I haven't contacted you in 3 years, but I'm back to say hi. I bless you. Having now for number 4, my enumeration. I was born August 24th, and 6 has my name, Nicole. Okay. Yeah. And don't forget, everybody, 75% off on Bora's Bruja Boutique. We just put out a post today on March 27th, which is about a month from now. We're going to do our very first live Crystal Expo, Crystal and Precious Stone Expo and auction. So it's going to be real fun. We're going to have a lot of people in the house, and just come by and hang out or see if there's something that catches your eye, you know, get in with the auction or however, just be sure. But a lot of preparation on that. Sorry, I just had to bring that up. You know me, Spielberg. I gotta be on my spiel all the time. Okay, but that's basically what I have for you for the full moon read. Another thing they want to tell me too, some of you, I don't know who this is for, but up until now, you've been unbalanced. You've been worried too much about money or too much about, whatever physical things that have been worried about. And there's other aspects that go along with that. That background noise is relaxing. The upstairs neighbor's showering. Speaking of that, you want some more of that? Go ahead and relax some more. So, yeah, but they were telling me right now that there's your relationship with money. You're making it too important. You are the money. Make sure you always if you're going to put anything on a pedestal, and I don't mean this in an arrogant, narcissistic, that seems to be a buzzword nowadays, right? Everything's a narcissist, whatever. But put yourself on a pedestal. And I mean that with a healthy dose of, obviously self-love and just, what's wrong with loving and bigging up yourself, though? You're to your T. Yeah. So be sure, don't let money be your God, because if you let money be your God, money is a very cruel, cruel, cruel God. Money has often been equated to a woman. And I agree with that. Money acts and everything. Money flows. Money's associated with water. Water's the feminine, very receptive, but flowy and can... What now? Hey, James, thank you so much for your generosity. So, yeah, be sure, though, that you keep things balanced. Keep things balanced. You know what I'm saying? As far as just like, just remember everything comes from you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, James, I just did a general right now for everybody. That's basically what the full moon read was. I'm not doing it for individuals at this time. Um, you're opening a can of worms, fucking James. Every time you slide through, I gotta tell you, I gotta love it though. When you slide through, you're like, But yeah, absolutely, Conjure Boy. Maybe there's something here for you, you know. But I'm not doing no personal. I was actually about to get off because we got a major ritual to do tonight. I wasn't even going to do this, but Spirit was like, go ahead and do it. Check in with them, you know. What's up, 47th Ego Death? We're making our way to 50, right? So yeah, that's what I have for y'all. We about to get on up. Wow. James, man, you're spoiling me, bruh. You're spoiling me. I can't be mad, though. You see, this man knows how to circulate, and that's why it's going to continue and avalanche back to him, you know? But, yeah, we about to get up out of here. You got to love patrons like James.
What he's doing, he's auctioning you.
I guess he is. Shit. I did a cleansing and candle and putting my crystals out. Good job, Yordia. Make sure you use this energy, man. Use this energy. James, I'll tell you what, next time I come on, I'll be doing like a Q&A PayPal me thing probably. So when I come on, if you catch me, I got you, okay? I'll give you 3 questions. You heard me. So, yeah. But we're about to get up out of here. As I said, we have a big ritual to do a little bit later, and there's still some things we got to also take care of. And people are still joining the Rapid Cash Stimulus Ritual, Major Money Mojo. This is your opportunity to own your very own Guap Ghost and own your very own money getting entity that will work just for you. And for details on that, you can see the link in the description box. And you know what I'm saying? We'll do it like that from here, okay? But anyways, shout out to everybody here. Much love to all the fam, everybody. James, shout out to you, man. Shit, you are something else, man. um, but yeah, so check it out, and we'll be back either tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow, because tomorrow we're gonna be like absolutely Salon for life. Tomorrow, if it ain't the ritual, it's gonna be the post ritual party. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be we're gonna be fucking like skeletons, worn the fuck out, one way or another. So we shall be returning. Okay, so make sure you bring your ass back. You want to motorboat that bell button and a licky on that like key. All right, keep it copacetic. Peace and blessings.